Well, there you go. Let's just segue into the beginning of today's live stream. I'm so happy to be here, to be able to stream live to the entire world, or at least roughly 4 people. Anyway, no, I get like 20 views on YouTube. Today, I will be streaming my regular stream, kind of Friday regular stream, just a regular stream, okay? Which means there's going to be flight simulator, flying. I don't even know where we're gonna go. There's gonna be Diet Coke. Look, if there's no Diet Coke on stream, you get your money back. But there's gonna be Diet Coke. Hi, Milo. Good to see you. Diet Coke. I'm gonna be using my blue Bluetooth controller. Yes, it's both blue and Bluetooth. I don't want to hear about it. To fly around. So there, we're gonna be flying a plane that I've never flown before. I bought it recently in the sale. There was an airplane sale, and I'm buying some more planes. I've only got like 100. I need more. This is called the Rockwell OV-10 Bronco. You can look it up. It's a really interesting plane, but we'll talk about it. We'll see it. This is going to be our checkout flight. So we're going to do about an hour of Microsoft Flight Simulator content today. We're going to probably do 2 missions where we check out, we start a plane, take a look at it, evaluate its various capabilities, try to figure it out, suss it, see if it's going to break us, or if we break it. It's a Bronco. You see, I'm trying to go for the horse. Second, then we'll do a short break. Second half of the show, I'm going to bring my piano in here. It's sitting right over there. I'm going to bring it in over here, set her down right here, play the piano for roughly an hour, because that's how long my lounge piano act goes before I start having to repeat the same songs over again, which is fine, by the way. That's not a problem in the lounge piano world. I think I have enough songs, and they're just songs that I memorized, which is kind of cool. So let's get down to it. As always, it's good to see. It's good that it's Friday. It's good to see you guys again. I'm streaming live on YouTube as well as Twitch. So occasionally I look over there to see if anybody's chatting in my YouTube stream. But in any case, it doesn't even matter because I've got plenty of Diet Coke, and I have the ability to amuse myself. All right. Well, in the absence of anyone here suggesting a place to go, which is normal, we're gonna pick someplace in Europe. Let's see, someplace in Europe. We've done a lot of Spain. Have we done this part, Nantes of the like Limoges in France? How about Nantes? That's this one here. Okay. Again, can you play me on stream again? Yes, of course you can. But I will be starting in roughly an hour. So just I really like it when. Yes, no, I absolutely like it. A couple times I play there and you're dancing around, and I have you tuned down, but I can tell you're dancing around to my music. I'm like, that's really amazing. That's just like the power of the modern world. I could be playing piano over here and over in Colorado in her RV. Milo is dancing around to that. I just think that's amazing. So absolutely, of course, you don't, you barely need permission, but in case you were curious, absolutely, I think it's the most amazing thing ever. All right. So we're going to fly around Europe. The only thing I like to do is to make it a daytime flight rather than the actual real time there, which is nighttime. But we are going to start this brand new, to me, North American OV-10 Bronco. So let's start on the ramp, and then we're going to power it up. We're going to turn it on. We're going to figure out what all the buttons and switches do, because that's what we do around here. But yeah, no, it'll be my pretty much standard lounge act. We got some of the Snoopy theme for Snoopy. It's always easy to dance to that. Have I been to Taiwan? It's been a while, but I have been. I think I have been to Taiwan. The last time I was in Taiwan, a well-known streamer named Kiara Kitty, was doing a walk in Taiwan, and she was walking from the south part of the island. She ended up kind of not walking. She biked a lot of the way. It's like a 30 days walk to walk from the south end of Taiwan to the north end, which is where Taipei is. And so in honor of that, I actually flew the route that she was going. I flew overhead. This was about a year and a half ago. But I remember it well, the Taiwan thing, because I specifically, and this is a couple of things I'll do. If somebody's traveling in real life that's a famous streamer, or like I did this when the president of Twitch, Dan Clancy, was doing his Whistle Stop tour before Euro Euro TwitchCon last year, I kind of flew over his route. So I was flying over the cities in simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, that the real people were doing. So let's just take a look at this plane. It's pretty cool. It's got a lot of these details. It's got covers. It's got a door that opens. This is called a two-seater tandem arrangement, one in front and one in back. Very common in the military to have that kind of arrangement. So this plane would be really useful as a trainer to train people to interact with a navigator in back and the pilot in the front, and also usually a weapons guy, the weapons officers in the back. You got a wing here. You got that, what do you call it? Dual tail? I don't know what you call that. Bronco. Nice. Beautiful. Very detailed. We can get out of the plane. Let's just look at some nice features, such as like up in the wheel wells. Oops, let's see if we can figure out how to look up there. We can just kind of see the detailing of these are the weapons mounts. Those are for, you can mount pods under there. They could be weapons or they could be extra, and that's pretty cool there too. Okay, it looks really good. All right, let's see if we can figure out how to start it up. It's got a lot of switches. Let's turn the master battery on. And then both there's two engines, we have to turn their batteries on. I'm getting a feel for it already. Okay, now if you look at this quadrant over here, I've got controls now on my stick here, and I've got an independent one. I have a special mapping for my throttle quadrant, which has 3 of these levers. But I'm using one of them. To my left lever is for the left throttle, right lever is for the right throttle, and this is called the engine condition. I know there's 2 of them, but I've got them mapped to the same one. So to start up, we want our engine condition in, I believe this is normal flight, or do we want? Is it start here? What is this here? No, because this is fuel cutoff, fuel shut off. We can't have it there. We want it normal flight. These are going to be in this mode, which I think is ground start. Perfect. Now, let's see. I think there's some fuel pumps and stuff we got to turn on. Let's just see. Let me just take another look around here. We got those turned on. This all here. Flaps. The generators we don't turn on yet, I think. Yeah, maybe we're ready to start it. I don't know. What's back here? Cargo lights. Kind of cool. Oh yeah, this is the rear station. So this is where the navigation, or oops, let me go back there. The rear station there, and then there's a car. Then this is the electrical panel. So this is all the circuit breakers. And apparently they all work. I don't know. And then there's a little cargo area. I guess this is, in a military version, there'd be bombs possibly stored back there. This kind of shows this little region back there. Kind of cool. All right, so let's see what we need to get started up here. Landing gear is good. What are these? Fuel shutoff valves are fine. Wiper could stay off. All right, let me just bring up the checklist here. Because let's see, before starting engine, batteries on, rudder plus fire detection. Oh, instrument power, we need that. Inverter 1. Perfect. Fuel quantity, I'm sure that's fine. Yeah, no, actually we're pretty much ready to go. Fuel shut off, flight idle, starter lever left. Start. Okay, so we'll know if we did it right if this engine starts to spin up. Oh yeah, we had to take the chocks off. Like they automatically came off. Wheel chocks too. That's good. All right. Yep, left engine starting. I like it. All right, we're not even gonna need this. All right. So as it comes up to speed there, you can hear it's a turbo engine. We love it, and it's got great sounds. It gets loud. All right, comes up to speed. Turn the left generator on. Let's turn our. I might have to turn the sound down a little bit so I can hear myself. Here's our right engine coming up. But why is it in reverse? There we go. That's what it should be. There we go. So it's like just these little. All right. Where are these are both should be on ground start. Perfect. So the point is, the reason why you want the 2 levers on 2 separate levers, left and right, is because you actually do a lot of, on this plane you control the turning using the differential engine power, which you don't really do much on any other plane. But it's also, if you look at these levers, there's a reverse condition, which is just on the lever. In other words, we can reverse the propeller pitch, which is useful for landing, but it's also useful for turning. You can turn on a dime in this plane by reversing one engine and then and make the other engine go forward. I don't know if we're going to do that. We might check it out. All right, let's go. Oh, gosh, I have no idea which way to go. So we're going to fly out. We don't need this up. We're going to move this over. This has a lot of useful stuff in it, though. We can pick a GPS. We don't really need it. But it does have one thing like that. Basic Bronco does not have an autopilot, but this includes an autopilot. Okay, we got to turn the right generator on. And now we are fully powered up. Got no lights. Oh, wait, we want to close this will probably quiet it down too. We want to close the window, that's right here. Close the canopy. Now we can not have to yell at each other. I like that it's quite loud with the window open. And it's a lot quieter. Still pretty loud. I'm sure it's in the real life an extremely loud plane. All right, parking brake off. And we're going to make a sharp right turn. So what I'm going to do is push the left engine forward and the right engine back. And basically it turns on a dime. And then make it go forward. And it goes forward. All right, that's pretty cool. A little more gas here. It's not super overpowered, let me put it that way. And it's a little janky, too. But, you know, you got brakes, too, and you also got wheels to turn it. It's just, you have a lot of just turning the plane in a particular direction. So, it's a little tricky. Anyway, we got it started up. We're moving towards the runway. I'm pretty happy. Seems to be doing things. Oh, by the way, do we have speed brakes? Like on the bottom. Got that little fun little toy there. All right, heading out to the runway. This should be fun. Again, very first flight out. This plane's been available for a couple months, but this is the first time I have flown this on stream. The reason I did have it for a couple of days, it just went on sale. The reason it took a couple of days is because I needed to develop this throttle quadrant, you know, specific mapping for the OV10, which I can't use for any other plane, but that's fine. And that gives me the ability to control those throttles separately, the left and right throttles separately, which is kind of cool. Now I've got the left engine going more than the right engine, or the right. Now the left engine. I want the left engine more. There we go. Kind of cool. You're not touching. You have to touch the. You don't have to touch the steering wheel or the brakes. Oh, hold on. So it's made back up here. Something happened. All right, just go straight. Just go straight. Here we go. It's a little touchy, but I just like it. It's got a vibe. And the other thing is that the suspension's really soft on that front wheel there. I don't think that's realistic, but let's see. All right, we're almost at the end of the runway. We're gonna check out a part of France that I don't normally go to. Although if you want to go to Taipei for the second flight, we could do that. The one thing about Taipei that's not great is that a bunch of the iconic buildings are not in the the iconic skyscrapers of Taipei. There's quite a few of them are not in the game unless you want to pay and buy the extra package, which I did not do. Just like that. It's a long runway. What's for jets? I believe we're technically a short takeoff and landing thing. I mean, it takes a while to get to the runway. It's a realistic. It's just that, yeah, this, I don't know if I have my, you can see that very small motions of the throttle make pretty big changes in the output there, which are kind of, I think I may have to do some calibration, which are specific to this OV10. But we're almost there at the end of the runway. And we are there. This is the end of the runway. All right. So, hello. Request takeoff clearance. Okay. Flaps to half for takeoff. He's going to give us. There we go. And we're going to fly around. But yeah, because I was thinking maybe we could fly the 707 for the second half. Yes, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 03, KNSH 9er.
All right, Kinch 9er. All right, now the one thing we want to do is before we take off, is we change the condition levers to take off. That gives us more power. We're still not using full power yet. Now I'm advancing to full power. So that's full gumption on the gas there. And about 95 is rotate here. We're almost at 100 knots. 100 knots there. We can come off the runway. This is what it looks like from here. We're going to bring in the gear and the flaps. The gear come up like that. That closes the doors. All right, I think it's dead ahead. Which way we're heading? Yeah, we're heading almost east. I think it's like, yeah, that's where the city is. Boy, that is a loud ass plane from the outside. I like it. I mean, at least it has custom sounds. All right, what's going on here? It's got this. This is. Load out. Which is tire pressure. I'm gonna check out some of these displays. All right, back down on the throttle here. Yay. And let's check out this area here. Pretty. Looks like there's kind of an island here in the river. Big train station. Lots of bridges. We can't go in, not like tall bridges we can go under, but still. All right, what's our speed? 206, that's probably kind of fast. Ah, I know what I'm doing now. So
Knots Tower, KNSH 9er frequency change.
I wonder if we can turn that. Okay, so the condition lever while we're in cruise has to go back there. That goes engine condition lever. Because there's basically, wow, that's a cool bridge. There's multiple phases of power, so as long as we're not held for trim to there. As long as we're not actively taking off or landing, we can leave the condition levers in normal flight, which is that level. The only things we ever use is go between normal flight and takeoff and landing, or when you're stopping the engine, fuel cut. All right, looks like there's a stadium. We're gonna check it out. I always check out the stadiums. We don't need this anymore. A little Diet Coke would be nice. So as usual, I've changed the time of day, but I'm leaving the real-time weather on. So that implies it's a pretty nice day there today. Real-time weather means it uses the actual weather reports. Very nicely detailed, like an entertainment center, shopping, a sports complex of some kind. Moving at a good speed here. Well, it's the football team. 160. I like the look of this plane though. It's definitely got some unusual look. And of course the interior is very worn and very typical of a early 60s designed airplane with not a lot of digital equipment. You can add a digital Garmin stack to this model very easily, but we're not gonna. I don't need it. But as a sightseeing plane, I would say it's pretty good. It's got nice big windows. I mean, they are kind of, you know, got this bar here. Or that frame. But no, I could sightsee in this plane all day. I like this little thing. You don't have to have this up. It's called the toy, the Azure Poly toy. But it's kind of cool. All right, so I guess the things sticking up over the water are just taller buildings here. So this is Nantes, Nantes, in France. Yes, Nantes, Atlantique. So basically, this flight is just to get used to the concept of how this plane flies a little bit. As also, we're going to take a look at some of the beautiful scenery of Europe that's available to us here. Amazing. Look at that church there. And then there's like modern buildings over here. And of course, Europe, all those roundabouts, you know. There's like some kind of center building, center of something there. There's some boats. These look like sightseeing river boats down there. Yeah, right down there. I think like for a riverboat cruise kind of thing. Would be nice. But it just looks like beautiful, you know. More churches. There's the church. There's the steeple. Where's all the people? I don't know. Now, what else is there to see in this area? Each of those little dots in the distance is probably a castle or something. It's just hard to tell how far. That is interesting right there. I don't really know what that's supposed to be. Oh, I bet those are tanks. Yeah, holding those kind of disguised, but they're probably oil tanks or chemical holding tanks. That's a factory. This has got to be a power plant, right? Right here. Maybe that's just a tower. Maybe it's not a power plant. It's just a tower. You got like some big ass freeways. That's quite a building. That is huge. That's a large building. It's got to be like a huge mall or something. Big. I've seen some big malls, and that's a big one. This whole corridor here seems very like it's got like a very modern tech company, a lot of tech companies or manufacturing concerns. All right. So if we wanted to operate the autopilot, what's over there? Like all these buildings seems like they look like completely unique. They've got like trucks in front, 3D. Great job. Oh, that's an IKEA there. You can tell blue and yellow. IKEA right there. Blue and yellow. There's the IKEA. In case you wanted to know. All right, we're gonna go out here where this bridge is. I think this is a bridge ahead of us. And if there is any possibility we can go under it, we are gonna. But I'm actually not sure. We'll find out in a second. All right, so let's establish. We're going to establish kind of horizontal flight here. I might be using the autopilot. Just so that we see how it works. I mean, it's not complicated. Hold on a second. Pause. It does that. We can say, cheers with a Diet Coke. It's normal. This plane takes up like 8 gigabytes on its own. I mean, you know what I mean? It's got a lot of code and stuff associated with it. Okay, autopilot off. We turn it on. Autopilot on. We have altitude hold. Heading, what's our heading? 289. Heading 289. It's 1,000 feet. Well, we have to, okay, so in order to get us there, we have to go up here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this is a bridge. We'll find out. Okay, I was just quiet because I'm figuring out how the autopilot system works. But I think I figured it out. So now it's flying under autopilot. I'm not touching anything. That works. This is the first time I'm flying the OB-10. Yow. So it's a little tricky. But, the only way to get good at it is to spend some time in it. All right, I'm going off the autopilot because I want to fly around and see what all this stuff is over here. So autopilot off. I guess it's not a... Hi, Science. How you doing? It's not a bridge. I was hoping there'd be a big bridge I could fly under. It's two big smokestacks. That's fine. I wonder if it's a power plant or something. What's the thing on my dash? Yeah, so that's the Azure Poly toy, okay, right there. And the reason why I know it's the Azure Poly toy is it can be removed by unclicking the Azure Poly toy item in the MFD there. Literally, that's what they call it. So Azure Poly is the name of the company that makes this add-on plane, which was on sale, so I bought it. And it's on by default, but it does operate, it does have good physics behind it. By the way, hello. Good to see you, Pilgrim. Thanks for coming by. We're just kind of a regular stream here. Today is the checkout flight. I'm going to land up here at Montoire. All right, so I wonder if this is like a nuclear power plant or some kind of power plant. It's definitely something industrial that does something interesting. And those are definitely smokestacks. It's unclear. Probably not nuclear. Maybe just oil fired. Yeah, so this is the first time I've flown this plane, so I am still trying to figure out. There's a lot of stuff you could do here. You can put the co-pilot in. I haven't tried that. The gun sight. Okay, that's the gun sight. Oh, kind of cool. That's pretty wacky. That's a gun sight. Yeah, I know. With no cooling towers, it's not nuclear. But or maybe not even have any power plant. Okay, the co-pilot is the co-pilot's in back. It's not technically the co-pilot. Oh, hold on a second. Maybe if I can go through here. This here. Can I see through here? Yeah, no, I don't see. I think from the outside, you can see the co-pilot in back. That's the only difference there. All right, I'm just trying to figure out what all these buttons do. We don't need the co-pilot. We don't need the yoke. Gun sight's kind of cool. And then we can add these GPS units. But we don't really need them. Close up. All right, we're gonna land here at there's a. We're gonna land here because I need to get some practice in on the landings. Obviously, I've never really landed it before. Well, on stream. Montoire. I think we're gonna have to head up this way. So the only thing I really know about it is trim. The only thing I really know about it is it stalls pretty fast. It stalls at around 100 or 95, so we gotta stay pretty fast on the approach because we're not even going that fast. So when we're landing, we put the engine condition levers. That's these down here, condition levers. Both of them have to go into that condition, which is called TO land for both takeoff and landing. But we can start to put some flaps down. And we'll put our gear down as well. Here comes the gear. Landing gear now. Pretty cool out in the folds. I like it. Alright, so we've got half flaps and gear. And now we're just going to kind of watch and kind of hopefully just fly it onto the runway. And after this, we're going to do a second flight in a different plane. I'm not sure what. I'm going to leave this gun sight on, though, for landing. It's got like a Polaroid filter. Oh, interesting. You can even move it up or not. Have it not in the way. That might be when you're looking into the sun. You have effectively a glare shield there. Interesting. All these planes have like weird little unique features, and they always like, oh yeah, well, we saw a real, we examined a real plane. There's my sound level on. This is one of the noisiest planes we got. I'm gonna quiet it down just a bit here. Okay, now we can see the runway. Still watching our speed, because anything under 100 is too slow. I want to start losing some altitude here. Okay, that's what it looks like from out here. We're basically in approach mode here. So you'll have to, oh shit, there's a, I just see a bridge now I want to fly under. Alright, well, okay, look guys, shit happens. Gear up. See, there's a bridge I just saw. Wheels are up. We're gonna go back into normal flight engine condition. Push the engines a bit here. Okay, it's just because I saw a bridge at the last minute. And we'll come back and land. Excuse me, we'll come back and land the other direction. But I actually, at the last minute, I'm like, yeah, there's a bridge I could fly under. And I'm like, when are we coming back here, you know? Probably not tomorrow. But we'll come back, and we're close to the runway. And we could probably land from the, now I'm looking at it, this is, we have to circle around. We can only land from this direction. Some runways are one way only, and this is going on. You can kind of tell from how it's lit, right? All right, so there's this bridge, the Saint, it's even got a name, the Saint Nazaire Bridge. Nazaire. Saint Nazaire. Not Saint. We're in France. All right, so we're gonna come in real low. I don't think this is a hard bridge to come under. Obviously, you know, ships go under it, so planes can fit. But I do like, it's got some nice details. I've never seen this bridge before. It's got these red and white pylons. Red and white safety pylons there. And it looks like it's pretty modern. And there we go. Under the bridge. Under the bridge. Boy, it's kind of, definitely kind of worse weather in that direction. All right, we're going to come around and land. Now we're going to land. Okay. But now we have less time, so I'm just going to force it. We'll land the wrong direction, I don't care. Whoa. By the way, does this plane have lighting? I'm going to figure that one out. I guess you could land this direction if you wanted to. Not sure what the winds are doing to us, but anything under about 90 is way too slow. Whoa, too slow. Alright, then we hit the reverser. And that reverses the engines. Come to a quick stop. They get real loud when you reverse them on a regular speed. You hear that really loud sound. That's actually a really cool thing. When they get really loud, that's the engine reversers. Alright, so now we're back here. Alright, that was a landing. Whatever it was. You know, we didn't crash. I'm still learning it. Okay, we want to turn around here. We're going to just do off cross country here. Yeah. Flaps up. We can open the door here. door. It's kind of windy sounding, but I like it. We can open the other door. There we go. For some reason, they don't open the same distance. I know. I've always just checked that out. All right, here we go. Here's the airport. I gotta take a picture. They always are, but some planes. I mean, it depends on the price. When you're paying as much as you are for this one, you do expect the sounds to sound like the real thing. And as far as I know, they do. Because how would I know? You know, I haven't actually heard the plane. They sound very good. But some planes have either generic sounds or sounds that aren't, you know, people like, you know, if you go to a review site, they'll always talk about the quality of the sounds. And I agree, some sound better than others. This one sounds pretty good. All right, where are we gonna park this? Somewhere around here. Okay, parking brake on, flaps up, doors open. What do we got here? Wheel chocks. All right, so how to shut off the engine is, I assume, turn the generators off. Oh, right. Turn the condition levers to fuel cutoff. And then these go here. And they shut off. We put our covers on. Well, when they shut down. And I just want to do this because I want to take a screenshot. Although this is not the great weather for screenshots. Covers on. Engines down. Got the generators off. We're on battery power. Now we can put the covers on, right? There we go. So those covers are on. This make it look kind of good. Door open. Just some kind of close up here. You know, shows some of the complexity of this craft. That's a little too close. That's better. Will look good here. Something like that, maybe. All right, don't want to spend too long on this. Another quick flyover of something. We'll go to Taipei, since it was suggested. This is some, you know, although, and in a different plane. Because we got plenty of time. All right, main menu. That was a fun little mission, though. I do enjoy the plane. It's fun. It's got a certain, I don't know. It's kind of interesting to fly. It's not spectacularly weird, but it has some of those quirks, like the operating the condition lever for the engines. All right, we're gonna fly all the way to the other side of the world here to go to. Well, there's Japan. So this is Taipei right here. But I'll show you, at least last time I checked, Taipei does not have, I mean, it's cool. Now it's 3:35 in the morning there, and that's no good. We'll advance it to about 8 in the morning. We're not going to fly the American Bronco because we just did. And I've got so many new planes, I'm trying to give them all kind of a workout. So, for example, other new planes that we have, and I'm going to be in at least one more. The Vulcan Bomber is yet to be showing up. But we do have the Flying Wing, the Horton HO229, which is really a wild plane, and the P-38 Lightning, which is another crazy, crazy plane. Let's fly the Lightning. In either case, no, let's fly the Horton. But in either case, there's some really cool, really interesting liveries. There's this White Knight Red Devil, but the really wild one is this wood one, because it really looks like the whole plane has been fashioned out of a piece of wood, which it wasn't. It was made out of actual metal, I believe. All right, but it's still. I saw this earlier. It's really cool looking. All right, so the other thing we're gonna have to do is change the my little throttle quadrant preset from the. This is a relatively big plane. I have. Oh, hi, Rory. By the way, I have. A few big planes. I've got the 707. I don't normally fly the big jets. And the reason why is because I find it a little boring to do those. I mean, I understand the attraction of flying a big plane in both in the real world. Oh, there you go. Hi, Leah. I was gonna say, I wonder if Leah. I was watching Leah over there, and like your stream is ending. Yeah, that's a big party of 424. Look at these poor people all coming in and going, where are the bikinis? Where's the jiggling? Where's the bouncing on the ball? None of that. You get none of that here. Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna fly around now. This is a brand new. They had a plane sale at Microsoft the other day. Actually still having it. It's going on until Sunday, and I bought like 4 planes on my wish list. This is one of them. It's the HO-229 bomber. By the way, if people are new to my stream, I do stream like 5 days a week, and it's basically the same time every time we do. The first half is flight simulator stuff, and I'm just real geeky with the airplanes, but feel free to follow. The second half is I take a break and I either play keyboards or guitar, and I alternate to the. Last time we played the guitar, so I'm going to play my piano this time. This is a wild plane. If it looks familiar at all, it shouldn't in this livery, but the shape, as I like to point out, if you saw the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark, there's a famous scene in which it's basically just Indiana Jones and the girl and this big German dude, and they're at this depot where they have this secret World War II German flying wing bomber. What's a fighter really? And it's just anyway. It's based on this plane. It's a real plane. Let's see. Do we have our radios? Looks like we did. So we can just take off. And basically, we're gonna fly. This is the Taipei area or Taiwan. It's also. But I want to. Oh yeah. No, I forgot to. I got all flustered here. Control options. So I have my flight quadrant set for the Bronco, which is a very specific, like I also have a Dornio DO31, but for all of the planes, I use my throttle. And that way, when I control the throttle there, like that works perfectly well. So we can get more power there, release the brakes. Oh yeah, I probably want to set the flaps to about there. All right, so now that the trick is just to maintain forward down the you can see we are the back wheels come off first, and then the front wheel comes off. It's a very unusual plane. You can see flames in the engine there because we have full power. Okay, so we're gonna go wheels up. Here they go. Really cool. They're big too. Those wheels. It takes a while for them to come up, and the flaps up. And at this point, we're flying. Now, this is not great weather for sightseeing. Yeah, but, yeah, I am. I'm too sexy. I'm too sexy for my shirt. So, and by the way, if you're also, oh my God, we're going too fast. All right, that's fast. Bring the engines down a bit here. Artificial horizon. If you're, I don't know what I was gonna say. Did the end? Maybe it did. You know, that's a good question. I need to go back and look at that scene again. I remember it was a flying wing, right? It was definitely a flying wing. It was a German experimental one, but maybe it was not the HO-229. I'll have to look at that scene again. Now that I think about it, yeah, it definitely had propellers because the propellers were menacing. Now that I remember it, thank you, Colin. The propellers were menacing, right? They were getting closer at one point. And in fact, that's how the bad guy got killed. The bad guy got killed. It was a flying wing. It had propellers that were facing the back, and as it was circling around on the ground, because you know one of the engines got started. It's a long story. Just watch Raiders of the Lost Ark. But you're right. It couldn't have been this plane. Now that I think about it, because this is a jet, and it was a propeller-based flying wing. Oh well, that's fine. I'm watching myself on Leia's stream here because I was on Leia's stream and then I got raided. Anyway, it's gonna be fun though. All right, we're starting to be able to see what's going on around here because we're just getting some altitude. It's foggy. It's foggy where you can see smoke. You can see like the exhaust smoke there. But yeah, thank you for pointing out. Yeah, Mo is right. Oh yeah, Mo is also right. Oh no, he left. He's usually right here on his perch. He's got a perch, but he left the perch. But no, Mo is the star. It's definitely one of the stars of the show. But you can see the city of Taipei itself is not that well. I mean, there's a big area here. Okay, well, I'm not happy with this weather, and I can do something about it. We don't have to fly in live weather. we could fly in what I like to call few clouds, which is natural, but now you can see the ground. We can see things like, you know, schools and things like that. All right, it's a fun plane to fly. It's definitely a prototype, and everything's, I think, kind of in German. Well, actually, it's not. Well, it kind of is. Like if you look up here, it's kind of handwritten German in there. Apparently, it's based on a real computer cancel. I don't know what the hell that was. But anyway, this is kind of Taipei here. But as I mentioned before, a lot of the iconic buildings, tall buildings in Taipei, are not modeled. I think it's an issue of, you know, they want to pay it. They want you to buy some extra, you know, add-on modules. But I didn't. But I guess there's something kind of a vibe about flying an experimental World War II German plane over Taipei. Although some of these buildings are really cool. We're gonna jump out of the plane here and take a look around. Well, we're gonna stop time. Then we're gonna jump out of the plane. It's called active pause. Oh, see what happened there? Something's going on there. The buildings are having trouble. I think something crashed, but then reset there. Okay, hey, it's possible. All right, everyone, jump out of the plane. Use your magic parachutes. There you go. So this is the Chiang Kai-shek. So Chiang Kai-shek was one of the founders of Taiwan. They're a breakaway republic from China. And he's one of the founder or the main founder or the president. I don't know. But that's his memorial there. And then this is really cool too. I mean, in that you can get pretty close to it, and it still keeps all that beautiful detailing, and you feel like you were really there, sort of. All right. Everyone back up in the plane. Oh, up in the plane. Everyone get back in. Use your magical parachutes to return to the airplane. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right into the plane. Close enough. All right. So I don't know what else there is to see. Let's see. There's something over here. Okay, now that's an airport. It's like in the city airport. We could try landing there. Anyways, I'm pointing out this plane, the livery or the paint job makes it look like it's made out of plywood, which is kind of an interesting choice. You don't see too many other planes that do that. You can kind of see that it's not, you know, it's not just wood. It's clearly plywood, which I think is funny. Okay, so you pass over this little in-city thing, but what's back here in this hill? National Palace Museum. Okay. Oh, there's another palace over there. The Grand Hotel. We're gonna check that out too. National Palace Museum. We're gonna fly over there, and as we do, we're gonna stop time. We're gonna jump out of the plane. You know what's happening after that. We're gonna take a look around, and everybody back in the plane. It's like a bus. Okay, I don't want to smash into the other side of this hill. Okay, so if we were to go to Taipei, we would go to the National Palace Museum, I'm sure. And this is what it would look like. It's quite a few buildings, very, very kind of that modern Asian aesthetic there. Beautiful. Lots of kind of looks like a lot of windows and airiness to it. There's the back of it. Very nice. Good job with the modeling. Very realistic. It's got like tanks and stuff on it. Yeah, it is a magic bus. It's everyone back on the magic bus. It's a flying magic bus. Actually, my pink school bus, here it is even more magical. But hey, German flying wing. Okay, everyone back on. Everyone get back on board. There you are. Close enough. All right, keep flying. There's another thing I want to see. The police, what do they call it? It's over here. There's that building over there. We're going to make a turn here. We're going to make a nice turn. Here's what it looks like from here. We're flying. Lots of buildings. But again, there's really a bunch of famous, like Taipei 101, one of the tallest skyscrapers in the world. Not here. You won't be able to find it here. I've looked. I specifically went on a hunt. I'm like, where are all the tall buildings in Taipei? There's a few things, but not the tall buildings. So, all right, this is the police station. This is the Grand Hotel. So this is where we're going to stay in Taipei. I got the feeling. As far as I know, it's the only hotel. I'm sure there's lots of hotels. Well, let's see how grand it is. I mean, it looks like it's something, all right. It doesn't seem like it's directly downtown, but wow. See, it's kind of cool because it looks like kind of that pagoda-style structure. But it's clearly, all right, everyone out of the bus, out of the bus, out of the bus. There we go. But it's clearly, you know, like a modern, you know, a huge modern skyscraper, you know, 15-story skyscraper. I certainly have never seen a hotel that looks like that. And I've seen some wacky-looking hotels because I was in Vegas a couple weeks ago. Those places are crazy, but still, that's very unique. I mean, if you saw that in Vegas, you'd be like, wow, that'd be pretty cool. In fact, you wouldn't be surprised, but still. All right, back on the plane. Okay, this is what it looks like from here. Yeah, and it's big. Okay, wait, back on the plane. Back on the plane. Here we go. All right, close enough. All right, so then there's a river, and I'm pretty sure the place where most of the tall buildings is going to be is over, like, just right down here. They're not here. That's fine. There's plenty of places you can go at Microsoft Flight Simulator if you want to see amazing tall buildings. For example, Dubai. They have, you know, they have the Burj Dubai is there, the tallest building in the world. And it's really cool looking. And Tokyo has a ton of them. All right, we already saw this, the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. So now I think we've seen what there is to see in Taipei. But yeah, this is a really cool little touristy area right here. All right. The next thing we're going to attempt to do in this game is to land this plane. And the reason why is because it is a fun challenge, and I enjoy it. All right, where was that little airport? There's this little airport over here. We should be able to land there. I want to bring up my radar here. Yeah, it's this airport right here. All right, we're going to slow down a little bit here. We're going quite fast. We're going to bring our engines down. I'm looking for a good lineup here. This Sula, if you notice this point here on the VFR map, that's above my head here, where it says SULIM. That's a that triangle is a navigation point for this airport. So we're going to go over to there, and then we're going to make a sharp right turn. With their speed a little low, we're fine. All right, here we can make our turn. Start bringing down some flaps a little bit. The plane does have speed brakes, but I don't think it's necessary for landing. All right, a little more flaps, and we want to start bringing down those big giant landing gear. Okay, from my controls are, I've got this beautiful I call it the blue Bluetooth controller. It's a regular Xbox controller for my PC, but I also have a throttle quadrant, which is, you can't see it. It's occasionally I'll show it. I'll take it off my desk and I'll show it to people. It's not very expensive. It's a Logitech throttle. It's got 3 throttles, and that's what I'm using to control, like, that yellow throttle, which is representing the engine power. So I don't have to do that. Without this, you could still do it, but you have to do it using button presses on the controller. And this is a much more realistic, gives you a much more realistic feeling over the throttle. But you see that yoke in the middle, that's my left thumb that's controlling that. But then I also have the ability to control the rudder using the rudder, which, by the way, it doesn't have a traditional rudder because it doesn't have a tail. But you can see I can open up these control surfaces on the left and right when I want to go to the right. So I can kind of rudder to the right. All right. So as we make our approach, we got flaps good, but we're going a little slow. Any slower than that, we're going to stall out. We do not want to stall out. So we're bringing up a little more power. So yeah, I absolutely say, well, you should not even attempt to play Microsoft Flight Simulator without an Xbox controller on a PC, some kind of controller. It makes it, and the ability is, like, I can use my right stick to look around the thing. I can be here. I can use this to look around. but meanwhile, I'm still controlling the plane with my left thumbstick. It's possible, but really hard to do this with a mouse. I also have, again, a throttle quadrant, and I do have a floor unit that I use for helicopters, a floor rudder system that's specifically for helicopters where you can move back and forth. It can be used for regular planes as well, but I don't really find it that necessary. All right, what's our airspeed here? 135, we gotta slow down. We're slow way down here. Start slowing down here. We don't need this up. Slow way down here. What's our airspeed? Gear is down. Locked. Start our flare out here. What we call the flare. Again, you land on your rear wheel, on your front wheel. Oops, we're bouncing there a little fast. And then as you slow down, the rear wheels come down. Pretty easy to land, actually. Pretty stable, as long as you got your speeds right. Yeah, well, I'm definitely excited about the 2024 Flight Simulator, but I kind of feel like I'm going to need... This computer is, it's 4 years old. I feel like I'm going to need a new computer. Do we open... Oh, yeah, we can open the canopy, but I believe you have to be at a complete stop. Well, we're kind of there. Yeah, I know. Well, Leah rated me, so, 400 people. And all those people are just like, why did she do this to us? We were having such a good... No, Leah's great. Hey, I'm going to be, if you guys are enjoying my content, tomorrow I'm going to hopefully about an E-Day with Leah from here. I offered to take him up plane. Let's get a little gumption here. See if we can, there we go. I offered to take her for a flight, an E-Day flight, which I did for Mord as well. I told Leah that for Mord, we went and Mord suggested, hey, can we go to Tokyo? And I'm like, shit, yeah. Tokyo is actually quite elaborate. Lots of tall buildings that are modeled there. But she'd have to want to. She'd have to want to do it. I was talking about my stream. Specifically, I want to spec out. Yeah, you go fast enough, and the cockpit closes automatically. That's fine. And it's got the Big Mac window. Or I don't really know how the drive-in is going to work with the wings like that, but apparently you can order a Big Mac. No, but I was talking about that a couple days ago. For the next PC I want to get, I'm going to spend all my money on the memory, and none of it on GPU or CPU. I'm going to use the same CPU I already got, or GPU I already got. I'll buy a new CPU, but not a great one. But I'm going to splurge and get as much super fast and expensive memory as I can. For many games, what you want is a good GPU and a good CPU. But for Microsoft Flight Simulator, what you really need is really fast memory, because there's so much. It's bringing so much memory in and out, so much in and out memory. So, for example, the things that will speed up my game more than anything else is going from the current SSD, which is a Gen 3 SSD. It's 2 terabyte ADATA Falcon. It's pretty fast, but it's only about 4,000 megabytes per second, megabits, I think. And the new ones are 12,000. They're about 3 times faster. And my main memory is 3,600 RPM, 3,600 megabits per second. And I want to get 7,200, which is kind of on the edge now. But my idea is that if I buy a computer that's 4 years newer than this last computer, okay, I gotta take a picture here. It should be the memory should be at least twice as fast. I just love the texturing of the plywood on this plane, though. It's really a unique livery. But I'm going to do it this way. We'll take it off here. Hold on, this will work. Hold on. Just do this. This way I don't have the instruments, and I can kind of be a little more flexible. You get some other planes in the background. But also get like a good kind of down there. Get some good textures there. I want to get that level. Oh yeah, there we go. There you go. There we go. All right, that's a screenshot right there. That'll be tomorrow's tweet. 45-inch curved screen. Yeah. Yeah, again, I don't have. I'm always worried about spending a lot of money on a monitor and then accidentally smashing into it with my elbow and destroying it. So I have cheap monitors, but I have 4 of them, and I do use them all. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Oh, I see. My good friend Milo is on, and she's probably on just in time, hopefully. So for my Jesus, hold on a second. How do you shut the engines down on this thing here? Hold on a second here. I'm gonna go in here. Engines. I just want to know. Okay, I think they're here. All right. Okay, got it. Alternators off. Fuel pumps off. But then here you got your fuel valves. You can close those. And then the engine. See, that's much quieter. You can hear them coming down there. You can actually see them spinning down too, from the right angle. Kind of see that they're. Maybe you can't. Maybe you have the right sunshine or something. Maybe from back here. When they spin down enough in the right angle, you can kind of see through them too. It's a really unusual looking plane. But yeah, I was thinking Raiders of the Lost Ark, and now that I remember the scene, and it was brought up by Colin, yeah, it can't be the same one from the Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's roughly the same size. And so it leads me to think that they had a version of this that had the propellers behind it, and a version of this that had the jets, and this was the more expendable, the more exotic version. It's still pretty cool. All right, give me 3 minutes. What's going to happen is I'm going to run my mid-roll, and after that, I'm going to bring my keyboard in. It's going to turn into something radically different. By the way, cheers, a little more Diet Coke here. It's going to be Ken's Piano Lounge. It'll be mellow piano playing. I recommend everyone get themselves a drink and sit down and just pretend it's a nice piano lounge. Well, you'll see. And that's pretty normal. It's what we do around here. So we'll see you in about 3 minutes. There you go. Like who stamped on the last of that little thing? By the way, the mid-roll, the opening music, the mid-roll music, and that closing music I have, which nobody ever listens to. Are they copyright free? They are, because I created them all entirely myself. Played they're all my own compositions, and so that's nice. I have them around. I did them in the late '90s on a big MIDI system. It was really fun. By the way, how are you, the Gaming Banana, and everyone else? I'm trying to be a little bit responsive on Twitch chat, or YouTube chat, but it's tough. Let me move this where you can actually see me. All right. What is Ken's Lounge? Ken's Lounge is me playing piano. What is a lounge piano? It's, hold on a second. I got to turn off my... There we go. There you go. That's going to sound better. I'm going to warm up a bit. Yeah, you're right, Grim. It's definitely not the same one. I should look up the history of German flying wings, because there's a bunch apparently. That's not a real song. That's just a warm up. But for example, what would be a lounge version of a Burt Bacharach song, like "Say a Little Prayer." So just sit back, have a little drink. I'm having some Diet Coke myself, but look at that. Plenty of Diet Coke left. I'm going to try to just mellow out your Friday afternoon a little bit, if we can. Playing like mellow versions of Flashdance. absolutely, you can request it. I don't really play that many requests. Sometimes, if I know it. Yeah, what is it? I don't know if it'll let you YouTube link it. Either way. I'll look at it. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, let me look. Let me maybe might have to be after the show here because I do want to get through my regular set of. I have, by the way, these are not memorized pieces of music, or these are not. They are memorized pieces of music. The opposite. I'm not looking at a score or anything like that. Just the names of the titles here, and it kind of reminds me that what songs I happen to have memorized. For example, it says "Girl from Ipanema" there, so I'll just go. Well, I'd have to hear it, or I'd have to look at it. Don't know if I could do it. There might be a reason why no one wants to do it. It could be really hard. Like, I'm not playing Rush E. Not tuned? Oh, I'll check it for sure. Sure. All right. Sure. Why not? Give me a second here. I'm going to go to my YouTube. YouTube, right? YouTube. And I'm going to basically just copy what you've typed in there. Let's just see what we got here. I'll listen to it at least. Okay, let me show you where you can listen to it. Get to that situation here. This is it. Is there only this live version? And also, it's 6 minutes 51. You usually the piano. This version has a piano outro. Oh, it's K-pop. This is it. It's all in A flat. It's just 3 chords. It's got some little stuff to it. Okay, hold on a second here. It's Japanese metal. It's not K-pop. Fine. I don't know my Asian genres. It's just C, D, and E flatter. It's girl. Like, I just want to go a little earlier here. This is very packaged. Is there an intro? Okay. Well, it literally, I mean, yeah, there's a reason why they're not going to play this. Major 7. I could do that. But I don't know. Interesting. Thank you for the suggestion. Let me listen to it another time or two and get back to you. If you want, but meanwhile, yeah, let's keep playing a few of these. Sometimes I do karaoke, but for my guitar days, I do karaoke songs. But for my keyboard days, I basically do the piano lounge act. For example, this is a song by my mentor Todd Rundgren. It goes like this. It's just called "Just One Victory." It's a great song. occasionally I like to try to sing a song from my little piano repertoire here. This one's a Warren Zevon song. It's called Johnny Strikes Up the Band. Warren Zevon. Late Warren Zevon. Dry your eyes, my little friends. Let me take you by the hand. Ready, get ready. Rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. They'll be rocking in the projects, walking down along the strand. Ready, get ready. Rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the band. Johnny is my main man. He's the keeper of the keys. He'll put your mind at ease. He's guaranteed to please, backed by popular demand. Look around, my little friends. Jubilation fills the land. Ready, rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the band. All right, that's Johnny Strikes Up the Band by Warren Zevon. One of my favorite things to do as a lounge piano act is to play versions of Steely Dan songs. Okay, like Hey Night. This is Hey 19. I think if I can play it. Way back when, in 67, I was the dandy of Gamma Chi. Sweet things from Boston, so young and willing. Moved down to Scarsdale, where the hell am I? Hey 19, no we can't dance together. No we can't talk at all. Please take me along when you slide on down. Hey 19, that's Aretha Franklin. She don't remember the Queen of Soul. It's hard times with all the soul survivors. She thinks I'm crazy, and I'm just growing old. Hey 19, no we can't dance together. No we can't talk at all. Please take me along when you slide on down. Cuervo Gold, the fine Colombian, make the night a wonderful thing. The Cuervo Gold, the fine Colombian, make the night a wonderful thing. The Cuervo Gold, the fine Colombian, make the night a wonderful thing. Hey, 19, no, we can't dance together. No, we can't talk at all. Please take me along when you slide on down. Steely Dan always make for great lounge piano songs. Next on the list, Misty. Play Misty for me, he said. They said, she said, I don't care. Well, either way, I'm going to play it for you. I'm not going to sing it, though. I just sang. It's a little more upbeat. Was going to be my version of You Are the Sunshine of My Life. Hi, Leia. Good to see you back. kind of like, I don't know, Sunshine. All right, Leah's here. I'm going to sing. There's a man who leads a life of danger. With everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. With every move he makes, or another chance he takes, odds on he won't live to see tomorrow. Beware of pretty faces you may find. A pretty face can hide an evil mind. Oh, be careful what you say. Don't give yourself away. Odds on you won't live to see tomorrow. Well, secret agent man, secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. He's sunning in the Riviera one day. They're bleeding in a Bombay alley next day. Oh, don't let the wrong word slip when kissing persuasive lips. Odds on you won't live to see tomorrow. Well, secret agent man, secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. Well, look out, agent man, secret agent man. This mysterious life you choose is a deadly game. Secret agent man, secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. But look out, agent man, secret agent man. This mysterious life you choose is a deadly game. My version of it's all, by the way, it's not really a standard version of that song. It's a little different of a Secret Agent Man. All right, coming up with another instrumental song here. This is a song from Joe Jackson. It's called "Breaking Us in Two." This instrumental version of it. He sings it, but I don't. Hold 1 second, please. Be back in 1 second. Had a delivery. Okay, where are my headphones? That's all I need. My chair. Okay, we'll continue. Okay, unmute. Am I unmuted? I'm still unmuted. Oh, perfect. Oh, I thought I'd muted myself. What if I just unmuted myself? All right, it's fine. Just had to make a little delivery there. All right. Oh, a little more Diet Coke. Yes, we've got plenty more playing to do. For example, if you enjoy the Carpenters, this is Paul Williams' song. We've only just begun. Okay, the second Steely Dan song I'm going to do is this one. I'm good. Thank you. Close. What if I can't figure that out? I was distracted. I'll try to do better. Anyway, Leah, I don't know if you're still here, but if we ever are going to sing together and play together and sing, I think we should maybe do Suddenly Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors because it's a duet, you know. I don't know if you're still here. I do play it, you know. He'd snap his fingers, me I'd say sure, that's her. Suddenly Seymour, standing beside me. Suddenly Seymour, shows me I can learn how to be more. Girl that's inside of me, with sweet understanding. Seymour's my friend. No one ever treated me kindly. Daddy left early, Mama was poor. I'd meet a man and I'd follow him blindly. He'd snap his fingers, but I'd say sure. I remember the lyrics. I like doing those show tunes. This is not a show tune. Just an adaptation of a pop song. Alrighty, maybe let's try to sing another song. Maybe I'll try to do I Can See Clearly Now, Johnny Nash. In E flat. I don't know if it's just the key I like to do it in. look, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. You know the lyrics? I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now, the rain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. And I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's two of the crowd pleasers are the two Vince Guaraldi songs I do from the Peanuts, Peanuts songs. I do Linus and Lucy and the Charlie Brown Christmas song. This is Linus and Lucy. And the Christmas one. By the way, in December, not too far from now, I will switch over from my keyboard music. It'll be the same. Keyboard music will be Christmas music only in December. I have a whole book of Christmas fake books. This is one of them. right, one song I want to sing that I will need lyrics up for. People talk about, do you do any songs from video games? You know, not like Stardew Valley. I mean, it's got great music, but no. The one song I do, which I just love this song, it's called Still Alive. It's from Portal, not Portal 2, Portal. It's the end song you get when you finish the game. It's by Jonathan Colton. It's sung by a very wonderful female singer, but I'm not going to do it. This is how it goes. This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture Science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done, and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me and tore me to pieces and turned all the pieces into the fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you. Look at points of data make a beautiful line. Now we're out of beta, we're releasing on time. I'm so glad we got burned. Think of all the things we learned for the people who are still alive. Go ahead and leave me. I think I prefer to stay inside. Maybe you'll find someone else to help me. Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke, haha, fat chance. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look out there, it makes me glad I'm not you. I've experiments to run. There is research to be done on the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive. I feel fantastic and I'm still alive. And when you're dying, I'll be still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive. Still alive. Still alive. I'm glad somebody knows that song. I mean, it's a great little song. It's a really fun song. It's better than that version, but it's still fun. But yeah, it's from Portal. You know, what the heck went up? All right, last song I got to do. I got to sign off eventually. We're in 2 hours, but I'm going to do Mad World by Gary Jules by way of In Excess. It's really an In Excess song, but Gary Jules does the cover. It's really famous, this song, and I try to imitate him. All around me are familiar faces, worn down places, worn down faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression. No expression. Hide my head, I want to drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. Dreams in which I'm dying are the best I'd ever had. Find it hard to tell you, find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Made to feel the way that every child should. Sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Looked right through me, looked right through me. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. Dreams in which I'm dying are the best I'd ever had. Find it hard to tell you, find it hard to take. People run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Enlarging your world. Well, folks, that has come to the show. I wish I could do more, but I'm tired. And also, I've been here for 2 hours. And basically, the show is an hour of me flying around, followed between an hour of me playing music. But good news, tomorrow shall be another show. Tomorrow will be a guitar show. I'll be playing not this red candy apple Les Paul. I'll be trading for one of my other 15 guitars. Maybe one of the 3 ones that are sitting over there. I haven't played them in a while. And it shall be a Microsoft Flight Simulator episode, followed by another hour or so of music. But this tomorrow's will be playing the guitar and the karaoke, a little more upbeat, more rock and roll songs, a lot of REM songs, a lot of modern, Counting Crows, that kind of thing. Crowded House. I don't know if I do any Crowded House songs. Do a bunch of REM songs. I do Oasis, do Wonderwall, do that every time. It's always a vibe. So I hope you see you back tomorrow, and also Sunday another show, Monday another show. It's just more shows. It's because this content just creates itself. It's great. I'm going to rate my close personal friend Milo Lantana. By the way, if you're still here from Leah, you'll actually get to see an attractive young lady again. But I don't think too many people are. Thanks again for coming by, and we got 6 viewers. Maybe some of you will be introduced to Milo Lantana, who's amazing, for the first time. That would always be amazing. I would like that. Spend some time, say hi, say you got there from here, or whatever, or don't. And tomorrow around 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard.